Iceland is not just a country. It is a geological anomaly floating in the North Atlantic. To understand this place, you must look beneath the surface. The entire island sits directly atop the mid-Atlantic ridge. This is where the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates slowly pull apart. As the Earth tears itself open, magma rises from the depths. This constant volcanic activity created the ragged landscape we see today. It is one of the few places on the planet where the oceanic ridge is visible above sea level. Imagine a world built entirely from fire and ice. Huge glaciers sit directly on top of active volcanoes. When these volcanoes trigger, they create massive floods known as Jökulhlaups. The sheer power of water and lava shapes the valleys every single year. The land is still growing. Iceland is literally getting wider by about 2 centimeters annually. It is a land in infancy, raw and unfinished. The black sand beaches are not made of silica, but of pulverized volcanic rock. The interior of the island is a vast volcanic desert. It is so alien that NASA astronauts trained here before the moon landings. They needed to experience a landscape without vegetation or signs of life. Vast lava fields stretch for hundreds of miles, covered only by a thin layer of fragile green moss. This moss takes hundreds of years to grow. If you step on it, the scar remains for generations. The coexistence of extreme heat and bitter cold defines the Icelandic spirit. Geothermal energy flows through the veins of this nation. Bubbling mud pots and steaming vents are constant reminders of the power below. Hot springs emerge from the rock at near boiling temperatures. The locals have learned to harness this power to heat their homes and light their streets. It is a completely sustainable way of life, forced by the raw necessity of survival. In Iceland, nature does not ask for permission. It simply commands respect. The basalt formations look like hand-carved sculptures. These symmetrical columns are created when lava cools rapidly. They look like organ pipes or castle walls. Ancient legends say these were once trolls caught in the sunlight. Geology and mythology are inseparable here. Every rock has a story, and every crater is a doorway to the inner workings of the planet. This is the foundation of the hidden world. The Golden Circle is the most famous route in Iceland for a reason. It encapsulates the raw diversity of the land in a single loop. First, we encounter the massive Gullfoss waterfall. The name translates to the Golden Falls. Here, the river Hvita plummets into a deep crevice, creating a thundering roar that can be heard from miles away. The spray creates constant rainbows when the sun hits the mist. It is a display of untamed hydraulic power. Not far from the falls is the geothermal area of Hokkadala. This is home to the original geyser, the phenomenon that gave all other geysers their name. While the Great Geyser is mostly dormant now, its neighbor Strokka is very active. Every few minutes, a bubble of scalding water rises and explodes 60 feet into the air. The anticipation in the crowd is palpable as the water tensions before the burst. It is the heartbeat of the island. The third pillar of this region is the Thingvellir National Park. As mentioned before, this is the historic site of the Parliament, but its geography is equally stunning. You can literally walk between the tectonic plates. The rock walls rise on either side of you, marking the boundary of countenance. The water in the nearby fissures is so clear that visibility exceeds 100 meters. It is filtered through lava rock for decades. Beyond the main sites, the Golden Circle area is dotted with craters and thermal pools. One famous crater lake sits in a perfect bowl of red volcanic rock. vibrant blue water contrasts sharply with the crimson earth. Geothermal bread is often baked in the ground here. The heat from the earth is constant enough to cook rye bread in buried pots. It is a testament to how the land provides for those who live on it. If you are enjoying this journey through the hidden world, please take a moment to click the like button below. It helps more travelers discover these wonders. As the sun sets over the golden circle, the landscape takes on a surreal glow. The vast open plains seem to stretch into infinity. The combination of historical significance and natural beauty makes this region the soul of Iceland. Visitors often feel a sense of awe that is hard to describe. It is not just the sights themselves, but the energy of the earth beneath your feet. This is where the story of Iceland truly begins for many. Driving along the south coast is like traveling through a fantasy novel. To the right, the ferocious North Atlantic crashes against jet-black sands. To the left, massive glaciers tower over green fields. The beaches here are famous for their danger and their beauty. Sneaker waves can suddenly sweep across the shore with immense force. The sand is composed of tiny fragments of basalt, giving it a dark, moody appearance that is unlike anywhere else. The waterfalls along the south coast are iconic. One allows you to walk entirely behind the cascading water. Standing in the cavern behind the falls, you feel the sheer vibration of the river hitting the basin below. Another waterfall nearby is tucked inside a hidden gorge. To see it, you must wade through a shallow stream until the canyon opens up to reveal the hidden gem. The mist is constant, and the rocks are covered in neon green moss. Further east, we encounter the glacier lagoons. Huge chunks of ice break off the glacier tongue and float silently toward the ocean. These icebergs are tinted with deep blues and streaked with black volcanic ash. Some are centuries old, trapping air bubbles from a previous era. As they reach the ocean, the waves wash the ice back onto the black sand. These glistening crystals look like diamonds scattered across the shore. The cliffs along the coast are home to thousands of seabirds. The most famous is the puffin, with its colorful beak and clumsy flight. They nest in the high rocks during the summer months, unfazed by the wind. Below the cliffs, towering sea stacks rise from the ocean. Legend says these were trolls who tried to drag a ship to shore, but were turned to stone by the rising sun. The rugged beauty is deep and overwhelming. The south coast is also the site of infamous volcanic eruptions. The ash fields from previous decades still dominate parts of the landscape. Nothing grows here but the most stubborn lichens. Yet, in the shadow of these volcanoes, farmers tend to their sheep and horses. The Icelandic horse is a unique breed, known for its small stature and 5 gaits. They are as tough as the land they inhabit, capable of withstanding the harshest winter storms. As we move north, the landscape becomes even more remote and rugged. The crowds thin out, replaced by vast fjords and snow-capped peaks. The northern coast is one of the best places in the world for whale watching. Humpbacks, minke whales, and even the mighty blue whale frequent these cold waters. Seeing the tail of a giant breach, the surface against a backdrop of snowy mountains, is a life-changing experience. The geothermal activity in the north is more raw and less polished. There are lakes filled with turquoise water that steam year-round. The smell of sulfur hangs heavy in the air, a constant reminder of the magma beneath. Nearby, the most powerful waterfall in Europe churns through a stark canyon. The volume of water is staggering, creating a perpetual cloud of mist that can be seen from miles away. It feels like the end of the world. One of the most unique features of the north is a perfectly shaped horseshoe canyon. According to myth, this was created when the eight-legged horse of the god Odin stepped down from the heavens. Scientists attribute it to catastrophic glacial floods, but standing in the center, the myth feels more believable. The sheer rock walls rise hundreds of feet, protecting a lush forest of birch and willow at the bottom. Winter in the north is long and dark. The roads are often buried in feet of snow, isolating small communities for weeks. Yet, this is when the region is at its most magical. The Arctic fox, the only native land mammal, turns completely white to blend into the drifts. Life slows down. The people of the north are known for their independence and their deep connection to the sea. Fishing remains the lifeblood of the region. Exploring the hidden gems of the north requires patience. The weather can change in seconds, turning a sunny day into a blizzard. But for those who brave the elements, the rewards are infinite. You can find hot springs tucked away in caves or along the shores of frozen lakes. It is a land of solitude and reflection. Here, you are not just a tourist. You are an explorer in a world that feels untouched by time. The Westfjords are the oldest part of Iceland. Because they are further from the active volcanic zone, the landscape has been shaped by millions of years of erosion rather than new lava. The result is a series of steep, flat-topped mountains divided by deep fjords. This is the most isolated region in the country. The roads are narrow and they stretch along the edges of cliffs, providing heart-stopping views of the ocean below. One of the crowning jewels of the West is a multi-tiered waterfall that resembles a bridal veil. It is often called the Jewel of the West Fjords. The water cascades down 7 distinct levels, spreading wider as it falls. Unlike the powerful falls of the south, this one has an elegant, rhythmic beauty. Standing at the base, you are surrounded by the sound of falling water and the smell of fresh Arctic air. The cliffs in this region are some of the highest in Europe. They rise nearly 1,500 feet straight from the sea. During the summer, they are packed with millions of birds. It is one of the few places where you can get within a few feet of wildlife without disturbing them. The sheer verticality of the landscape is dizzying. Below the cliffs, you might see seals basking on the rocks or whales feeding in the deep fjords. There is a sense of ghostly beauty in the West Fjords. You will often pass abandoned farmhouses and rusting ships. These are remnants of a time when life here was even harder than it is now. As modern industries moved to the cities, many small villages were left behind. These ruins stand as silent witnesses to the passage of time. They add to the atmosphere of the hidden world, where the past is always present. The West Fjords also defy the black sand rule of Iceland. Here, you can find beaches with golden and even red sands. The color comes from crushed shells rather than volcanic rock. The contrast of red sand against the deep blue ocean and green mountains is stunning. It is a reminder that Iceland always has a surprise around the corner. It is a place that rewards those who take the long road. The highlands are the true heart of the hidden world. This vast interior plateau is only accessible for a few months every year. There are no paved roads, no towns, and no permanent residents. To enter the highlands, you need a large four-wheel drive vehicle capable of crossing deep rivers. It is a land of extremes, where the landscape changes from vibrant rhyolite mountains to desolate black deserts. The Rhyolite Mountains are perhaps the most unreal sight in Iceland. The rocks are naturally colored in shades of pink, yellow, blue, and green. It looks like an oil painting brought to life. Steam rises from the ground everywhere, creating a perpetual fog that drapes over the multicolored peaks. Natural hot springs are hidden in the valleys, offering a warm refuge in the middle of the wilderness. Water is everywhere in the highlands, yet it is a desert. The porous volcanic soil absorbs rain instantly, but the glaciers feed powerful rivers that carve deep canyons through the rock. These rivers are constantly shifting. A crossing that was safe in the morning might be impassable by the afternoon due to glacial melt. Navigating this terrain requires knowledge, respect, and a sense of adventure. The silence in the highlands is absolute. Without trees or buildings to catch the wind, you can hear your own heartbeat. It is a place of deep solitude. The scale of the landscape is difficult to grasp. You can drive for hours without seeing another human being. The only signs of life are the stubborn mosses and the occasional bird flying overhead. It is the closest you can get to another planet without leaving Earth. Despite the harsh conditions, the highlands hold a deep fascination for photographers and adventurers. The light here is unlike anywhere else, especially during the long twilight of the summer months. The shadows stretch across the craters, revealing textures in the rock that are invisible in bright light. It is a raw, unfiltered version of Iceland. It is the land in its purest form, undefined by human intervention. As the summer sun fades, Iceland transforms into a world of blue and silver. The darkness of winter brings with it one of nature's greatest spectacles, the northern lights. The aurora borealis is created when solar particles collide with the Earth's magnetic field. In Iceland, the lights dance across the sky in shades of neon green, vibrant purple, and soft pink. They streak over the glaciers and reflect in the frozen lakes. Hunting the lights requires patience and clear skies. The weather is unpredictable, and the clouds often hide the show. But when the curtain parts, the effect is mesmerizing. The entire landscape is illuminated by a ghostly glow. It is easy to understand why ancient Nordic people believed these were the armor of the Valkyries, or the bridge to the realm of the gods. The aurora is the crown jewel of the hidden world. Winter also opens up the hidden blue ice caves. These are formed by meltwater running through the glaciers during the summer. When the temperature drops, the water freezes, leaving behind crystal clear tunnels of ice. The pressure of the glacier pushes all the air out of the ice, giving it a brilliant blue color that looks like deep ocean water. Standing inside a glacier is a humbling experience. The waterfalls that thundered in the summer become silent sculptures of ice. Massive icicles hang from the cliffs, catching the weak winter light. The black sand beaches are covered in a thin layer of frost, creating a stark contrast between the dark earth and the white snow. It is a time of coziness and storytelling. Icelanders embrace the darkness, finding beauty in the starkness of the season. As our journey through this unreal land comes to an end, we realize that Iceland is more than just a destination. It is a reminder of the power and beauty of our planet. It is a land that is constantly rebirthing itself through fire and ice. The hidden world is always there, waiting for those who are brave enough to explore it. Imagine a place where the wind is so strong it blows waterfalls upward. A place where there are more sheep than people. And where the nearest neighbor is 1,000 miles of freezing salt water. Tucked away in the violent corridor of the North Atlantic. Between Iceland and Norway. Lies an archipelago that looks like it belongs in a high fantasy novel. These are the Faroe Islands. For centuries, this was a land of isolation, a place where humans clung to volcanic rocks just to survive. Today, it is home to one of the wealthiest societies on Earth. Defined by a culture that refuses to let go of its Viking soul. But what is it actually like to live at the very edge of the map? How do you build a modern life in a place where trees cannot grow? And the sun barely shines for months at a time. From the depths of the ocean to the peaks of the most dangerous cliffs in Europe, We are looking at the reality of life in the Faroe Islands. This is a journey to a world that feels both ancient and mysterious. This is living at the end of the world. The North Atlantic Ocean is home to a collection of 18 volcanic rocks. That seem to defy the very laws of nature. Located halfway between Norway and Iceland, the Faroe Islands are often described as the last frontier of Europe. This is a place where the weather does not just change by the hour, but by the minute. For centuries, the people living here have existed in a state of constant negotiation with the elements. There are no native trees on these islands. Only vast stretches of emerald grass and sheer basalt cliffs that drop hundreds of feet into a freezing sea. Living here requires a specific kind of mental fortitude. It is a land of isolation. where the silence is only broken by the sound of the wind or the cry of a seabird. To understand the Faroe Islands, one must first understand the sheer scale of the landscape. It is massive, intimidating, and incredibly beautiful. While modern technology has connected these shores to the rest of the world, the core identity of the islands remains tied to the ancient rhythms of the ocean. This is not just a travel destination. It is a testament to human resilience in one of the most demanding environments on the planet. The history of these islands begins with shadows and legends. Long before the first permanent settlers arrived, it is believed that Irish monks sought solitude in these remote fjords. However, the true transformation of the islands began in the 9th century with the arrival of Norse explorers. These Vikings were not just raiders. They were farmers and sailors looking for a new start away from the shifting power dynamics of Scandinavia. They brought with them their language, their laws, and their sheep. In fact, the name of the islands literally translates to the Islands of Sheep. These early settlers established one of the oldest parliamentary systems in the world. Meeting in the open air to settle disputes and create a society based on communal survival. Life was brutal. The soil was thin. And the sea was dangerous. For hundreds of years, the islands were a remote outpost of the Norwegian and later the Danish crown. Isolation meant that the culture developed in a vacuum. Preserving a unique dialect and traditions that have vanished elsewhere. This historical isolation is exactly why the islands feel so different from the rest of Scandinavia today. They are a living museum of Viking heritage. Look closely at the traditional homes. scattered across the hillsides. And you will see a brilliant example of functional design. The iconic grass roofs are not just for aesthetics. They provide essential insulation against the biting cold and heavy rainfall that defines the North Atlantic climate. These roofs also add weight to the structure. Helping the small wooden buildings stay anchored during hurricane-force winds. Historically, wood was a luxury because nothing grows here. Most timber had to be salvaged from shipwrecks or imported at a high cost. This scarcity forced the inhabitants to become masters of efficiency. Today, while modern concrete and steel have arrived, many people still choose to build with these traditional methods. It creates a seamless blend between the man-made environment and the natural world. From a distance, an entire village can disappear into the green landscape. This harmony with nature is a core philosophy for the locals. They do not try to conquer the land. They try to fit into it. Living in such a place forces you to respect the terrain. Every house is a fortress built to withstand the relentless pressure of the Atlantic. If the land provides the shelter, the sea provides the lifeblood. The economy of the Faroe Islands is almost entirely dependent on the ocean. Fishing is not just an industry here. It is the foundation of the entire society. For generations, the men of the islands risked their lives in small wooden boats to bring back cod and haddock. Today, the scale has changed, but the importance remains. The islands are home to some of the most advanced aquaculture technology in the world. Huge circular salmon farms are visible in almost every fjord. Providing high-quality fish to global markets. This industry has transformed the islands from a poor, subsistence-based society into one of the wealthiest regions per capita in the North Atlantic. However, this wealth comes with a deep understanding of sustainability. The locals know that if they overfish or pollute their waters, their future disappears. There is a profound respect for the water that surrounds them. Even as the world changes and technology evolves. The rhythm of life here is still dictated by the tides. And the seasonal migration of fish. If you are enjoying this, look into the edge of the world. Make sure to hit the like button. It helps us bring more stories like this to life. The Faroe Islands are not just a home for humans. They are one of the most important bird sanctuaries on the planet. During the summer months, the massive sea cliffs come alive with millions of migratory birds. Puffins, gannets, and fulmars nest in the thousands along the vertical rock faces. For the early settlers, these birds were a vital source of protein when the fishing was poor or the crops failed. Men would descend these terrifying heights on ropes made of horsehair and leather to collect eggs and hunt. It is a tradition that speaks to the absolute desperation and bravery required to survive here in the past. Today, the birds are protected and cherished as a symbol of the island's wild spirit. Standing on the edge of a cliff like any berg, which is one of the highest sea cliffs in the world. You realize how small we are compared to the forces of nature. The sheer verticality of the landscape defines everything here. There is very little flat land, forcing life to exist on an incline. It is a place where the sky and the sea are separated only by a wall of ancient volcanic stone. Language is the shield of the Faroese people. Their native tongue, Faroese, is derived from Old Norse and is most closely related to Icelandic. It has survived for over 1,000 years, despite the heavy influence of larger nations. For a long time, it was not even a written language. It was kept alive through an incredible oral tradition of storytelling and ballads. The famous chain dance is a perfect example of this. Unlike most European dances, there are no instruments. Instead, hundreds of people hold hands and dance in a circle, chanting long epic poems that recount the legends of heroes and kings. This tradition is still very much alive today. It serves as a powerful reminder of who they are and where they came from. In a globalized world where many small languages are disappearing, people here are fiercely protective of their speech. Even the youth, who are perfectly fluent in English. Continue to use their native language in daily life. This balance of modern globalism and ancient cultural pride is what makes the Faroese identity so incredibly strong and unique. In recent years, the secret of the Faroe Islands has finally gotten out. Photographers and adventurers from all over the world are flocking to these shores to witness the dramatic landscapes for themselves. This sudden influx of tourism brings both opportunity and challenge. The islands are fragile. The hiking paths are narrow, and the ecosystem is easily disrupted. The government has taken a unique approach to this, by occasionally closing the islands to tourists for a weekend of maintenance. Where volunteers help repair trails and preserve the land. It is a clear message. The land comes first. As the world becomes more crowded and loud, the appeal of a place like this only grows. It offers a rare chance to see nature in its rawest, most unfiltered form. Living here is not for everyone. The winters are long, the sun is rare, and the isolation can be heavy. But for those who call these rocks home, there is nowhere else on Earth that offers such a profound sense of freedom. To explore more unreal places across the globe, subscribe to Expedition Atlas. Join us as we uncover the most remote corners of our planet. In 2019, a headline broke the internet. The United States was interested in purchasing the world's largest island. Most people laughed. They called it a joke, a relic of 19th century colonialism. But in the boardrooms of Washington, Beijing, and Moscow, nobody was laughing. They know something the general public is just beginning to realize. Greenland is no longer a frozen wasteland. It is the center of a new global great game. As the Arctic ice retreats, it's revealing a treasure trove of rare earth minerals, gold, and diamonds, the materials needed for the green energy revolution. But it's not just about what's under the ice. It's about the maps. New shipping routes are opening that could cut travel time between Asia and Europe by weeks. Today, we aren't just looking at a travel destination. We are looking at the last frontier of Earth. Welcome to Nuuk, one of the smallest capitals in the world, yet it feels like a buzzing metropolis in the middle of a desert of ice. Around 19,000 people live here, roughly a third of the entire country's population. It is a city of extreme contrasts. On one street, you'll see colonial-style wooden houses from the 1700s. On the next, ultra-modern glass apartments that look like they belong in Oslo or Copenhagen. There are no roads connecting Nuuk to any other town. To get here, you fly or you sail. This isolation has created a unique urban culture. Life here moves to the rhythm of the tides and the weather. From the University of Greenland to high-end restaurants serving muskox and fermented shark, Nuuk is the brain of the nation's push for total independence. The name Greenland is perhaps the greatest marketing scam in human history. In 982 AD, a man named Eric the Red was exiled from Iceland for murder. He found a land of fjords and meadows, and he knew he needed a plan to attract settlers. He told people he had found a green land, a paradise for farming. He knew that if he called it Iceland number 2, nobody would follow him. The scam worked. Hundreds followed him, establishing settlements that thrived for 500 years. But by the 15th century, they were gone. The ruins of Hvalsey Church are the silent witnesses to their disappearance. Did they starve? Did they clash with the Inuit? Or did they simply realize that here, nature always wins? Almost every journey to Greenland begins in Kangerlussuaq. This was once a secret American military base during the Cold War, known as Bluey West 8. Today, it is the only place in Greenland where you can drive a vehicle directly onto the massive inland ice sheet. This is not just a glacier. This is a frozen ocean. The Greenland ice sheet is so heavy that it actually pushes the Earth's crust down into the mantle. If it all melted, global sea levels would rise by 24 feet. Standing here, on top of 2 miles of solid ice, you realize that this is the pulse of our planet's climate. But it's not all ice. The tundra surrounding the town is home to thousands of muskoxan prehistoric giants that survived the last ice age. This is illicit. In the local language, it literally means icebergs. This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and home to the Surmet Glacier. It is the most productive glacier in the northern hemisphere. It moves about 40 meters every single day. The amount of ice carving off this one glacier in a single day could provide the entire city of New York with water for a year. Sailing here is a surreal experience. Some of these giants are over 3,000 feet deep. You are only seeing the top 10%. This is where the iceberg that sank the Titanic likely originated. Walking the boardwalk toward the fjord, you don't just see the ice, you hear it. It groans, it pops, it breathes. It is a living, moving graveyard of ancient snow. To truly see this land, you have to understand the Inuit spirit. For 4,500 years, they have survived when no one else could. In the town of Itikuturmit, one of the most remote places on Earth, hunting is not a hobby, it is survival. There are no trees here, no vegetables. Everything comes from the sea or the ice. The relationship between the hunter and the sled dog is sacred. These dogs are not pets. They are working partners, pulling loads across sea ice in total darkness. In a world that is becoming digital and soft, the Greenlanders remain connected to the rawest form of human existence. Let's talk logistics, because planning a trip here is like planning a military operation. Greenland is arguably the most expensive country to visit on Earth. There are no roads between towns. Your only options are a very expensive flight or a very long boat ride. A 45-minute flight can easily cost you $500. A simple meal, $40. Why? Because almost everything has to be shipped in from Denmark. But for those who have the budget, the reward is total exclusivity. You aren't a tourist here, you are an explorer. Greenland is changing. The dream of total independence is stronger than ever. But the dilemma is simple. To be free, they need money. To get money, they must mine the land they love. The world is watching. Will Greenland become a US protectorate, a Chinese hub, or the world's first green superpower? One thing is certain. The eyes of the world are now fixed on the north. Greenland is the last frontier, a place where silence is so loud it hums in your ears. If you enjoyed this journey, subscribe and join us as we explore the most incredible corners of our planet. Until next time. Keep exploring.